Today in episode 278 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, our NBA playoff update, a new team builder, NHL playoff update, and the TCF top 3 of fried foods. Let's roll.
I would like to wish you all the best with your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. Again, best of luck to you and your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. And one final thought, Zach. Go Cubs! And peace.
Hello and welcome back, Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Today is episode 278. Make sure you check us out on X at typical_Chicago. Head to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give those pages a like as well for all of our content in video form. Head on over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there. Subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars, whatever you can, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We are there as well on all the platforms. You can find me on X at BoomyTCF. And, of course, the man that I'm joined with right over here at Z Lilia TCF. Zach, we are officially, brother. It's been pretty nice weather, knock on wood, for like the last 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, let's hope it sticks around. This is my favorite weather though, is when it's like nice and cool out. When you can just go outside, maybe have like a sweater on or something like that, a light pullover. But I absolutely love this time of year.
I'm with you. I mowed the yard today in gym shorts and a hoodie, and it was absolutely perfect. It was like, just like you said, perfect weather.
Yeah, you can't beat it. But we know it's not going to stick around. Unfortunately, we have another batch of bad storms apparently coming in on Monday.
Yep.
And then it's going to get hot here coming up soon.
You know that's coming. That'll lead us right into our sinkers and floaters. I've got 2 sinkers this week. One of them is the bad weather. Technically, we lived through an F1 tornado, which is like the lowest form of tornado that hit our town here.
I did see that.
I lost a 50-foot evergreen, so that was really fun to deal with. It was pretty gnarly 2 Fridays ago. I knew it was bad when I stood at my side door and looked out at my truck, which is maybe, 40 feet from the front door, 50 feet from the front door. I couldn't see my truck, so I knew it was bad. We lost that tree. Somehow we kept power, though. So that was pretty gnarly out here for a while. So living through a tornado, even though it's the lowest form, it did get pretty scary there for a minute.
Yeah, I know. I had seen that there was a tornado. The sirens went off a few times where we live, but I didn't know there was actually something going on. But I do not like this time of year. I just say I love this time of year, but I also hate this time of year because the random like tornadoes and bad weather is just it's crazy.
Big time. My other sinker this week is possums, because I have traps set up in my yard. We live, like a mile or so outside of town, kind of out in the country. And I've got, some critters out here running around. I have trapped 4 possums in the last 2 weeks. So
what do you do with them?
My house is, I release them somewhere.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I should be saying that on a podcast. I don't know if that's completely legal.
I think it is. I mean, possums are going to be there anyways.
I take them back down to the creek. That's like a mile from my house.
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Yeah, so 4 in the last 2 weeks. And I had one that I thought I took him down. This was a late night, like probably 10 days ago. And he would not come out of the trap. He had his, paws or claws or whatever they're called, like dug in. He had his tail wrapped around it. I was shaking this thing. He was not coming out of the trap. It took like 10 minutes to get this thing out of the trap. But yeah, 4 in probably 15, 16 days.
That is not something I would want to deal with.
I just hope it's not the same one relocating back to my house.
No, you would hope not. It'd be kind of funny though. I mean, not funny.
It would be hilarious if it was just the same one.
And he got trapped in the same trap 4 times.
Yeah, and like I've got like different size traps, and they're pretty good sized possums. They always manage to get trapped in the small one that I have. They definitely don't fit in there. I don't know why that keeps happening.
Maybe he was hoping that you would keep him as a pet. That'd be kind of cool.
Not gonna happen. If they weren't rabid,
and they're disgusting.
My son did say they were cute, but
I don't think. Big fan of your son, love him, but possums are gross.
Dude, they're hideous to look at, but I love having. They eat so many bugs.
Oh well, yeah, but they are not. They're weird looking.
Yeah, they're not going to win any beauty pageants, that's for sure. And then they sit there
unless Roman is doing the judging because he said he liked them.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
My sinker is, if you can't tell by my face, sunburn. It's that time of year. It's not good for you. I know that. But when you're out golfing and stuff, like today, I drove around in a golf cart for 2 straight days, and the left side of my leg is very sunburned because that's where
first world problems here, big guy.
Well, yeah, I'm not walking. I did walk. I have walked actually more than I walked 9 holes this year, which is more than I've walked in the last 10 years. So I can say that.
I'm not walking any more golf. I walked enough golf courses in high school when I played. I'm never walking again.
But yeah, it's just sunburn in general. You kind of, especially if it's this time of year when it's kind of cooler out. I don't know why, but you just kind of forget about the sun in a way. But man, the sun can really, it always wins.
That is very true. Don't go a battle against the sun. It's one of those that sneak up on you, like you said, because it's, 65, 70 degrees. You don't think about it, but when you're out there all day, and you're getting the wind too. So you're getting sunburn and windburn.
Always use suntan lotion.
Absolutely. My floater this week is Sebastian Sawe. Sebastian Sawe, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Just yesterday or today, ran the first ever sub 2-hour marathon. He's a runner from Kenya. I believe it was in the London Marathon, and he ran 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 32 seconds.
What is a marathon? How far is a marathon?
26.2 miles.
Unbelievable.
Yes,
that
and I think he's
insane.
Like 40. He's like 40. He was like an Olympic hopeful in some other long distance race at a young age, and won like the world. I don't remember if it was marathon or the mile or 2 mile, whatever, 10K, 5K. I don't remember what it was. But I was watching a video on him, and he had kind of like given up on the Olympic dream and decided to become a marathoner, obviously in Kenya, running at the elevation his entire life. He used to run 12 kilometers to school every day, one way. He just got into marathoning a little late for marathoners, and he came really close. I think he was like 18 seconds over the 2-hour limit a couple years ago. And
that's insane.
Scientists said that a human would not run a sub 2-hour marathon until 2075 was their guess, just in evolution of athletics.
What a weird guess.
There's got to be more data involved that we don't know about, but
they were wrong.
Went out this weekend at the London Marathon and ran sub 2 hours. So shout out to Sebastian. That's so impressive.
They were 50 years off.
Yes. Giving them the benefit of the doubt. They were only,
I think, I don't think I could run 10 miles in 2 hours.
No.
Because after like mile 7, I'd probably be done. Maybe you could. I think if you really needed to, but that's insane.
Yeah, 1 hour and 59 minutes. And like there's been other people that have claimed it, but it was never in official races, where this is the London marathon.
Yeah, this is just that is crazy.
Insane.
My floater is, say what you want about it, that whole Justin Bieber at Coachella was very cool. The way it was
I agree.
Done. The way he pulled up the YouTube and stuff, and there was more behind it, like that he had sold the rights to his music, so like he was kind of playing it off of YouTube. But that was so cool and just awesome. And I don't know, some people may hate on it. I don't know why. You can't just enjoy things nowadays, but I thought it was cool, especially because we were younger when that music came out. and now you kind of listen to it differently now. And it was, I watched it live actually both weekends. I don't know why I watched it on TikTok. I watched somebody else watch it.
I was gonna say they live streamed
they did, but I just for some reason on TikTok and like somebody was watching it, and that's just how I watched it. But very cool.
I'm with you, dude. I've been to hundreds of concerts, and there's something to be said about the simplicity of it, right? Like it'd be one thing if he just played videos and like stood there, but he was actually like singing along to them. So
yeah, people were saying he got paid all this money just to play YouTube videos. Like he was like singing along to the songs. It wasn't like he was just like phoning it in. Like, yeah. I don't know. I think that people just always have to have something to complain about. And I mean, he did have other songs that he did just straight up play and stuff like that. But I don't know. And it was kind of cool that the music videos for it were going on behind him, like from when he was a lot younger and stuff. It was very cool.
I'm with you, because like we see, even like with Taylor Swift and Kanye West, all these grandiose, giant elaborate setups for concerts. Sometimes it's almost interesting to go the opposite direction and just see it kind of stripped down and basic. And like I don't know, I saw a lot of videos from it, and I thought he still put on a good performance. So just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad, I think is kind of where I sit with it.
Yes, it was cool, and I think it kind of hints at maybe he's going to go out and tour more. I don't know if he's really toured in the last 5 years or so.
He would sell out football stadiums.
Oh, he would sell out anywhere he went. He would sell out.
Yep, 100%, man. Absolutely.
He's like one of probably 4 or 5 people in music industry right now that could sell out anywhere. I mean, he could sell out 100,000 people stadiums if you wanted to.
Absolutely. There's no better way to put it, man. I'm with you. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool, and just for us, it was like nostalgic.
Big time. Let's switch gears over to the TCF Sports Minute. We'll go really quick here. We were hanging out a little bit yesterday. The NFL draft happened this weekend, and I don't know if it's just because it was a bad draft class. I just don't care about the NFL draft anymore. I care about it more now that it's all said and done. But like, I had something going on Thursday night and Friday. Like, I really didn't pay attention to the draft this year. And the Packers didn't have a first-round pick, so I just did not care.
You did have a first-round pick. His name is Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough for my lunch break at work, I was able to see the Bears pick Dylan Thieneman. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. A cornerback who I cannot believe actually dropped to them. Oh no, safety. Sorry,
safety, not a cornerback.
My bad. That dropped to them. I can't believe it. I thought the Vikings were going to take him. I did not. I wasn't expecting the Bears to draft him because I thought he was maybe going to go 10 picks before they had it. But very fast. A lot of his highlights are like out in the open field. It's kind of cool to see. He did make that interception against Penn State to win the game. He also went to Purdue before that, so he transferred to Oregon. It's exciting, but like it's just a lot of wait around and see.
Big time. I think he's from Indiana, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there are pictures of him and his family in like Bears gear and stuff like that from when he was
Westfield, Indiana.
Then they go out and get a center who I think is a good idea. People in the moment kept going, well, we just got Garrett Bradbury. But, I don't think that's a huge deal. I think that, first of all, I don't think he's going to be around for long, and the little competition isn't bad. Then they go out and get another tight end, Sam Roush.
Third-round picks confuse me a lot, though.
Yeah, another tight end. But from what I'm kind of thinking is, I don't know if Colston Loveland Colson Loveland, I don't know if he's going to line up straight as a tight end. He also could go play a little bit out. I think Ben Johnson likes the 3 tight end situation. Or Cole Kmet could be gone. It's all up in the air. I think for me, I trust whatever Ben Johnson wants. You kind of just have to keep saying that to yourselves. Then they went out and got a wide receiver from LSU, Xavier Thompson, who apparently is a long distant relative of Walter Payton, as I saw. Fun fact. So a wide receiver there. Then they go out and get a cornerback, Malik Muhammad, linebacker, Keyshawn Elliott. Then they go get defensive tackle Jordan Vanderberg. Vanderberg? Yeah, that's how you say it.
That's what I read it as, yeah.
So it took until the last, the 5 and 6 round picks, the last 2 picks to get like defensive line, defensive help. I mean, we got the cornerbacks. I think that everyone was just so into we had to get defensive line help that they didn't realize there wasn't much there to get. It's one of those things. Yes, their team needs, but that doesn't mean that the needs are going to be there for something that you are going to pick.
Well, in the same breath, like if you would have went out and drafted 6 defensive players only, or 5 whatever, if you go out and draft all defensive players, you're going to end up releasing some of those guys. There's only so many positions. You can't just completely add. I mean, I'm looking at the Packers stuff here. It is kind of the same thing, right? You can't address every single need and overrun it, because if you take 6 guys that all play defense, you have some guys signed, you're going to end up either releasing guys that you signed or cutting some of these draft picks, and then why even use them? So I don't get that argument necessarily.
And then they went out and made a bunch of undrafted free agent signings.
Yeah, every team adds like 10 to 15 of these guys that are never going to see the light of day.
Yeah, which is whatever. They're going to be probably in like training camp and stuff like that. So
the one thing I noticed, I know we're talking about the Bears, but I'm looking at the Packers draft class. The Packers drafted like all SEC or Big Ten guys. So the Packers took 6 guys in total: South Carolina, Missouri, Penn State, Kentucky, Alabama, Florida. I'm like, that's a little strange. 5 SEC guys 13, and 1 Big Ten guy.
13 undrafted free agent signings is what the Bears got. Some defensive help. Miller Moss, quarterback from Louisville. I don't know if
I've heard that name before. Yeah.
We got some offensive guards, running back, tight end, defensive line. And then I'd seen, I think they also Josh Kreutz is a mini camp.
Oh yeah, Olin Kreutz's son.
So
went to Loyola Academy.
He did. Oh, he went to and also he played college ball at Illinois.
Yeah, just like his dad.
A guy from UW La Crosse got a offensive lineman, got a invite from UConn, also UConn Hawaii. Look at us.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I start doing usually my reading on the Packers draft class on Monday morning. I've skimmed through some stuff, but
it's also one of those things that just means football is right around the corner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not
if I
really,
there.
But I mean, at least there's stuff going on.
That's fair. That's fair. Moving on to some teams that have finished up their season since the last time we talked. The Blackhawks finished 29, 39, and 14, second worst record in the NHL. Kyle Davidson gets an extension in the front office. Obviously, we'll see they're going to be a top 3 draft pick, but we saw Frondell get called up here in the last month or so of the season. So I don't know, man. I've kind of been down on this whole rebuild for the last year, but like we need to start seeing some movement, because I feel like for the last 3 years we talk, it can turn around anytime, and hockey's so quick to turn around. It's like we're 5 years in and we're still the second worst team in the NHL.
Yeah, I think that next year is a make or break season. I think really, if they can't have another bad season and then keep saying, well, we're going to do this next year, I think next year has to be the season.
See, and I think I kind of looked at this year as like being that year. Like it's hard to say that when you're talking about, Bedard only being in his third year, but like at some point, man, something's got to start improving because it feels like they're regressing. It's just frustrating because
they're really not getting worse. They're just not getting better, I guess I would say. They're almost just like kind of stuck in a spot.
Yeah, but I think they had a worse record this year than they did last year.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, when you're that bad, I don't think the record really matters too much. I think they're right around. They had a lot of games that went to overtime, so they had like a bunch of weird losses and stuff like that were, I guess you would say, not actual losses. I think that's kind of weird. Like when you go to overtime and you lose, it's different.
Right.
But you said next year you kind of just have to hope something happens, or at some point you're going to start hoping that Bedard doesn't want to go somewhere else.
Oh, big time. We'll see.
Yeah, I think next year is a huge season.
They got to go out and start getting some free agents because this pure building from, the draft and entry-level players, if you want to expedite things, I think you got to go out and get some pieces in the free agent market. Now, what those pieces are, I don't know. I don't follow hockey that deep, but something's got to change.
Yeah, I think you are very right.
The Bulls finished 31-51, the ninth worst record in the NBA. They'll have 2 picks in the top 15 since the Trailblazers won their play-in tournament games. Billy Donovan's out. That's the big one since the last time we talked. I think we talked right after AK got fired. And then that whole process in the last couple of weeks has been interesting because originally Jerry Reinsdorf said that any candidate they would want to bring in that didn't want Billy Donovan might not be for the Bulls. And then Billy decides he's done, which I hope he's got something lined up because you'd have to claw me off of $6.5 million a year to, at best case scenario, go 41-41 and you still have a job. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Last night was just heartbreaking for the Bulls fans to see Ayo. I think he scored 43 points in a playoff game for the Timberwolves. And we gave him up for pretty much nothing. This team is just terrible for what the front office is terrible. The team is not very good. At some point, is Modest going to be a 1? I don't really know what to think about the future of the Bulls.
I say you package whatever we're going to finish with the 7th, 8th, or 9th pick, the second first-round pick, every pick we have, all 14 second-round picks, and try and convince someone to move up to take A.J. DeBonsa. I think he's going to be that kind of guy going forward, but I don't think anybody's going to have
a chance at getting the number 1 pick. It's always up.
Yeah, but it's harder for those lower teams to get the 1 pick now with all the changes they've done to the lottery. It's harder than it was even 5 years ago.
Yeah, the NBA, it's terrible. Like the way that teams tank too, it makes some of the season unwatchable.
Yeah. That last night of the regular season when you had 2 of the worst teams just blatantly tanking.
Yeah, when you have teams that are up by a certain amount, going into the third or fourth quarter, and then they just pull their best players. That's no fun. People pay money to go see this. I know that sounds crazy, but people pay money to be at the games, people pay money to stream the games, and it's very annoying.
It is. It's a bad product. I don't know how
they're trying to fix it, but I think there's a better solution of the lottery should just be who's I don't know. I think the lottery should be a little different. There shouldn't be. I don't know how to fix it. I don't really know.
I'm with you.
But
I'm at a loss too.
But maybe every team gets 1 lottery ball. I don't know.
Yeah. That's for people that are a lot smarter than us and make a lot more money than us to figure out.
Apparently they're not doing it though.
No, they're not. On the positive side, I guess not exactly positive. They fell today, but the Cubbies sitting at 17-11, only 1 game out we can't be too negative, man. They went on what was it?
You can't be negative at all.
9-game winning streak. And I'll be honest, sitting here about 10 days ago, I was awfully down on this team.
The only thing you can be, sad about really is how many pitchers are on the IL.
Yeah, what are we at 9 or 10 right now?
This team won 10 in a row. They're playing well. They lost 2 to the Dodgers in LA. Whoop-de-doo. Really. They weren't the greatest games. They kind of got blown out in both. But now they go to San Diego. They've been played, I think, they're after this little trip here, it'll be like 13 straight games or something like that. So it's been tough, but I'm excited to where the offense is. The defensively, they got to be top 1 or 2 in the league defensively. Their defense, their infield is awesome. Their middle infield
it was not. Nico Horner is one of the best players in baseball right now.
Unbelievable. He's hitting well. He's hitting home runs. And then his defense is just always there.
Definitely.
Even today that Dansby got he DH, so kind of a day off. They put Nico at short, and then they put Shaw at second. That's still good.
Shaw's not playing bad either.
No, and the outfield's always there. Seiya's making some pretty decent plays.
Yep.
I have no complaints about the defense. It's the offense that sometimes goes away with runners in scoring position.
Mm-hmm. And that's what was killing them early in the season.
Like last night, they had bases loaded, no outs. Nobody got no runs were scored. They had a few times today where there was people on base that they should have scored. But baseball is so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I know it's been in that stretch, but they had taken 6 of 7 from the Phillies, who might be terrible, and they sweep the Mets, who are god-awful. You got to take advantage of playing opponents like that, but man, have those been 2 very interesting storylines that the Cubs have kind of crossed paths with here this year.
Imagine being the Mets. The Mets spend a lot of money to stink.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I don't see how they're going to get any better. Where they're going to get any better.
Yeah, there's statistics that they're still in last place. They're 9-19. I don't think them and the Phillies are 9-19. I just don't see a path that either of these teams are going to make the playoffs.
Frank the Tank. I feel sorry for the guy. He looks great. Lost a bunch of weight, but the Mets are just breaking him down.
The White Sox, on the other hand, 11-17. I will still say this: they are improved, man. They are only 3.5 out. I don't, but you've seen it over the last 2 years, the improvement from the worst season in baseball history, and you're starting to see, some of those kids like Schultz that gets the call up. You're going to start seeing some of those names. Hagen Smith is going to. I don't know if he'll be up this year, but you're going to start seeing some of those first and second round names from the drafts in the last couple of years starting to get their shot. And 11-17 isn't great, but considering where this team was 2 years ago, you're starting to see the uptick in the quality of baseball that the White Sox are playing.
Yeah. They did end up losing today to the Nationals, but they still played really well. I'm trying to figure this out here. Who pitched for the White Sox today? Oh, Sean Burke. 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no earned runs, 7 innings pitched today.
Gotta love that.
Pitching, yeah, you gotta love that. I think that you gotta be happy. I know the record doesn't look great, but if you can stick around 500, you might be able to compete in this division.
And Murakami is really fun to watch. I was wrong about him.
Oh, yeah.
I said there's no way this guy's going to hit major league fastballs. I was
11
wrong.
home runs.
He's really fun. And
11 home runs. 11 home runs and 23 hits.
That's crazy.
He is struggling at certain pitches, but with 11 home runs, that's all right. But he still has. The thing is, he has 11 home runs, and he had like I think they said it was the first time in Major League Baseball history that two teammates hit 4 home runs in straight in four straight
I think
days.
I saw that.
Do you understand how long Major League Baseball has been going on for? That is
since
crazy.
the 1860s.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Because Montgomery's playing well too.
He's got a 935 OPS. He's good.
Montgomery's playing well. I mean, this team is improved. I think the best thing they did was get rid of Luis Robert. You had to move on from him, and you got something for him. I think that's the last thing they need to do for a full rebuild.
I don't disagree at all. And I'm trying to pull up what Robert's stats are looking like for the Mets, but I don't think they're, anything to write home about. Yeah, like we just talked about, he's on
and Murakami,
very sorry.
For what his deal is, I mean, it's great deal for how he's playing. Teams were a little hesitant on getting him because they didn't know if he was going to be able to hit Major League Baseball pitchers. I mean, he's got 11 home runs.
Well, Robert's not hitting that. 224 with a 656 OPS. It's not terrible, but I mean, like you said, it was more of the, just the wiping of everything from the past.
Future. It's the future is what you got to work on.
That's a good way to put it. The White Sox are now to a point where, like, you tune in to watch them, not because they're the most embarrassing team in baseball.
No, they weren't last year either. I think that they were improving last year, and they just keep on improving. And that's all you can ask for as a team that is in the middle of a rebuild.
100%, man. They're heading in the right direction.
And the Nationals are playing well too. The
I
team
noticed
that they lost to today.
I noticed that. They're third place Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, a team that was supposed to lose way over 100 games. I mean,
they got some fun young guys on that Nationals team.
Yeah, they're almost like a team like the White Sox could be. Just stick around 500 and see what happens.
Feisty.
Yeah.
Well, before we move on, we got to give a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters. They have the best coffee around. I promise you that. They work with our guy, Dom Frederick. They work with Ian Happ. It's been in the Cubs clubhouse. If Ian Happ drinks it and wins all those gold gloves, and that's all you should need to know, folks. So make sure you check out. Yep, just hits tanks. Gotta love Ian Happ. Gotta love Connect Roasters. Make sure you check out the website, connectroasters.com. Find them on X at Connect Roasters and get yourself over to the storefront in Bourbonnais. So as always, a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters. We've got some NBA playoff update. We are in the middle of the first round. We'll start in the West. I think some of these series are over. Some of them have turned into some really good series. I think the Thunder Suns is going to be done tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. It's not even close.
And it's going to be a clean sweep. The Lakers with a 3-0 lead over the Rockets. That's been surprising. LeBron is looking incredible.
They play tonight as we record. No Kevin Durant.
That's been huge. But even without Kevin Durant, I at least expected the Rockets to put up a little bit more of a fight.
Luke Kennard, I mean, he's come out to play. LeBron's playing like I don't know how he's doing it. 30-year-old LeBron. I mean,
yeah,
25-year-old LeBron. He's playing like 35-year-old LeBron. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It's been awesome.
And then Bronny's been playing a little bit. That's crazy.
That is wild.
It is crazy. I think it was like the first assist, like between a father and son in a playoff game in NBA history, which I thought was kind of crazy. But you think about it, I mean.
Yeah, it's not like there's been a lot of father-son combinations in the NBA.
Difference, so I mean that's crazy. I just thought about that. But yeah, I think it's been a good series, and I think the Lakers are going to win it kind of easily.
I do too. One that's really surprising me, and I think this series is over. The Timberwolves 3-1 over the Nuggets. Man, the Nuggets just don't look right.
But it's just tough. DiVincenzo tore his Achilles.
I saw that.
Anthony Edwards, bone bruise. So it's going to be at least a few weeks. It's not an ACL. It's not ligament. So he's okay on that but he's not going to be back for a while.
They're down bad because Game 5 for Monday night, as of right now, we're recording this Sunday night, the Nuggets are a 10.5-point favorite in Game 5.
And I don't know if you watched the end of the game. There was a little bit of a scuffle between Jokic and that's
one of the dumbest unwritten rules. I hate that.
I hate it too, but like I would not want to piss off Jokic. I mean, he's so good, dude. I mean, he's unbelievable.
I agree.
I know that's a dumb rule.
That's so soft, bro. Play through the whistle.
That's what I mean.
Play till the horn goes off.
I'm not even talking about that. It's just the reason he's mad now. And I mean, he's so good. I think he can just take over the series.
He might have 50 on Monday night.
Because we were talking about Ao, and I love Ao, and I think he's a very good player, but can he consistently do this, especially with no Anthony Edwards, no DiVincenzo? I think that if you had a little bit of money to spend, I think you might want to take the Nuggets to win the series, because
I think that's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy, dude. I think that, dude, this is a good team. Jamal Murray, Jokic, I mean, and I think it's going to be tough for the Timberwolves to be able to get off to good starts without Edwards and DiVincenzo, and then now they're going to start to be able to lock down on Ao going into the next game. I mean, Jokic is like a triple-double machine.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the odds are probably really good on it. So I could see it happening.
We've got Game 5. I think that's Tuesday night. Spurs and Trailblazers. I think that series is over too.
Wemby's already back from the concussion. I think even without Wemby, they were going to win the series.
Dude, Wemby is so fun to watch.
Unbelievable. He makes no sense to me.
7'4", like that.
He's making 3-pointers. He's playing like an actual center position too, and then just dunking the ball, can play defense, and he's still, apparently he can still grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, last offseason, like I think 2 inches.
It's nuts.
To be that tall and to be that athletic is unreal.
Moving over to the East is getting really interesting. We've got the number 1 seed in the Pistons already down 2-1 to the Magic. That's got to be worrisome. That Pistons team is young.
I think the series is over. I think Orlando is on something right now, and the Pistons are just not playing well. And it's what happens when Cade was out for a lot of the end of the season. It's hard to come back from, was a punctured lung?
Yeah, I think so.
And it just sometimes happens. And
but this goes against most of our argument about the play-in tournament, because the the Magic come out of the play-in tournament.
They were not even favored to win the game to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think they won that game over the Hornets by 50.
Oh yeah, and then there was no chance the other night against the Pistons. The Pistons had no chance. It was Orlando all night. Panchero has been playing so well.
Yeah, dude, Paolo's so good.
I think that Orlando is gonna move on. I don't think that there's enough experience with the Pistons and stuff to be able to come back in this. I know they're a good team, but.
And what's crazy about that is, even as a play-in team, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to see them in the Eastern Conference Finals, because they're going to play the winner of the Cavs-Raptors. That series is tied at 2, and I don't think either of those teams are guaranteed to beat Orlando with the way they're playing right now.
I mean, the Celtics are playing well right now against the 76ers. Who's this guy from Iowa?
On
the Celtics, tall guy. Center.
Garza.
Yeah,
Luka
he's
Garza.
a three-pointer.
That
makes no sense. But yeah, I think it could be. I mean, I think the East is pretty opened up.
Yeah, I definitely think the winner of the NBA Finals is coming out of the West. I think the West is just better.
I think it's either the Spurs or Thunder. I really don't know who could beat them. I don't know who's going to beat the Spurs either.
But even in the other game that we haven't even talked, or the other series we haven't talked about, the Knicks and Hawks has been an incredible series so far too. They're tied at 2.
Yeah. I like Jalen Brunson. I really like Jalen Brunson, but I don't know if he can lead a team to an NBA Finals.
Yeah, I
think he's a very good point guard, but I think they're going to have to get somebody like an actual superstar. I don't know.
And let's be honest, with the Celtics not having Tatum, I could see them getting tripped up by the Knicks or the Hawks. Like, I don't think the Celtics are in.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's in. He's just not.
He's been playing pretty good.
Yeah. I just don't think this Celtics team is.
I do not
infallible.
I don't think the Knicks are going to get out of this series. CJ McCollum, dude. CJ McCollum is good.
I know. The Hawks, after getting rid of Trae Young, are.
Yeah. I think it's the best thing they ever did.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's been crazy to watch.
And you don't want that kind of attitude on your team where like you just don't want to be on the team. What's the point of having you?
I'm with you, man. It's been really interesting.
But
really interesting.
Honestly, from the first games of this series or from the playoffs, you would have thought most of these series were over with. And a lot of them are going to be good.
Drives me nuts is like all the big talking heads, all the big podcasts, the first round of the NBA playoffs stink. No, they don't. Not like outside of the Thunder series, these have been incredible playoffs. And even those Thunder games have been
to start, you wouldn't have thought that like the Magic had any chance and stuff like that. You can't say that before that series started that you thought that they had any chance. But now you kind of let it play out.
I would have said they had a chance because I still think the Pistons are too young. Like they were last year. They were on 1 seed last year.
You would have not said they had a chance.
100%.
That is no, you would not have. Give me a break.
Are you kidding? You think the Pistons are just like this world beater and have been all year?
I'm not saying they are, but I think before the series, you thought that it was going to be a pretty easy series.
And
yes, now that you play a few games and you kind of see where Cade's at, now you think it, but you can't say before it started that you thought that the Magic.
I just think that like it's the common thread now is to be like, oh, the first round of the NBA playoffs stink. You don't have to watch till the conference final. That's a load of crap.
I mean, it usually isn't though.
I don't think I agree with that.
Last year it was. Last year those series stunk. Usually the series stink, and there are still some duds.
Yeah,
which is going to happen.
A few, but
I think the Celtics series is over with. I think that the Spurs series is over with. The Thunder series is over with. I think that, what else am I thinking? I think I just kind of contradicted myself, but I think that the Timberwolves are going to move on. I'm not saying that.
You just said they're going to lose.
No, I said you should take a flyer on it because they have championship experience on the team. But it's a good series. I think NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, like the start of baseball is very fun.
This is one of the best times of the year. And if you're really jonesing for some sports, college baseball has been really fun to watch too.
Yeah, college baseball, the draft. A lot of people really get into the draft.
I know.
Did you see how many people were at the draft night one?
Yeah, like 370,000 in a town that has 320,000 people.
That is, I will never go to a draft. I will say that right now.
You couldn't pay me to go.
It could be in Mendota, Illinois, and I'd probably
be in my backyard, and I don't know if I would attend.
I mean, it's just too many people, and it's just
to hear a name call. Oh yeah, cool.
Especially like the first round, you're seeing your team probably make one pick.
Yeah, best case scenario.
Yeah.
Before we move to the NHL, we've got a quick team builder here, and these are Chicago staples, mostly food, but things that resonate to Chicago. Zach's got it. We'll have it up on the screen here. So we get to pick 3. We've got a Chicago-style hot dog. We've got deep dish pizza. We've got an Italian beef. We've got the Chicago popcorn mix, Malort. We've got an Italian sausage, tavern-style pizza, an Italian grinder sub, and the rainbow ice cream cone. So we only get to pick 3. Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
Well, I'm going to say this first off, and I don't care if you get mad about me saying this. I don't drink anymore. I would, even back when I was drinking, I would have never taken Malort. That is the worst of all time. Whoa, that is terrible. It tastes like sand.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a fan. I don't get it. I know it's like
but like my thing is like, so your big thing is to have somebody try something that's disgusting.
Right. It tastes like perfume.
It's sand. I think it tastes like sand.
See, I think it tastes like an old grandma's perfume.
Like you're drinking sand.
I don't.
I'll let you go first.
All right, no, but this one's easy to me. I think it's Chicago style hot dog. I love hot dogs. My favorite way to make them is Chicago.
So wait, are we doing this? Like, are you gonna pick? You're gonna pick 3, and then I'll pick 3.
Yeah, and we can overlap too. I'm gonna go tavern style pizza number 7. I think that's the best style of pizza. And then my number 3. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go Italian beef with that. I was so close to going deep dish, and I know everybody loves to crap on deep dish. Pizza is good. You just can't eat it very often because it's a pizza.
I don't
casserole.
like how you have to work so hard for it.
Yeah, if you have to eat pizza with a fork and a knife, it's not necessarily pizza, but it tastes good. So I don't like the slander on deep dish. I also will say this: I think the cheddar and caramel popcorn mixed together, I think it's disgusting.
I love okay. Off of that note, I'm taking that. I think it's amazing mix. I love the mix. So I'll go with that. 4. I'll go with tavern style pizza. I think it's just you can eat so much of it too.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of the Chicago dog just because I'm not a fan of what's on it. It's just I just don't like what's on it. I mean, that's just how it goes. I'm not
what on there? Is it the tomatoes? Is it the onions?
It's the relish. I'm not a relish guy.
See, I like relish.
And I'm not going to eat something just because you should.
All right, fair enough.
So I got popcorn, pizza. I don't want to. I mean, I'm going to go Italian beef. I know we kind of have the same here, but Italian beefs are so good.
If there was an option here for me to go with a combo, that's my favorite style. So it'd be combining 3 and 6, where they do the Italian beef on top and underneath is an Italian sausage or a Polish sausage. That's one of the best things.
I'll take away. I'll take away my pizza, and I'll go with the Italian sausage.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Whether it's Italian or Polish sausage.
I don't know what 8 is.
8, I think, is just an Italian like grinder sub.
Kind of looks like
it looks like there's a piece of Euro meat.
Yeah, it looks like Euro sandwich.
Yeah, which does sound really appetizing.
That seems like it's way too hard to eat.
So that's a rainbow cone, which I guess is a Chicago staple, but I think I've maybe only had it one time. There's just too much going on there. I think it's chocolate, strawberry, pistachio ice cream, and orange sherbet. I don't like that combination.
That's something that should be eaten like in like a bowl, not a cone.
Even then, I don't like mixing sherbet with chocolate and strawberry ice cream.
Hot take here. I'm not a huge fan of the cone just because, like, I think they're good, but like then you have to eat your ice cream so fast.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going dish over cone every time.
Oh yeah, all day.
Let us know what your guys' choices are here. There's really no bad choices in this whole picture.
There's one.
We got some NHL playoffs.
There's one.
Yeah, that is fair. Right smack dab in the middle. We have 2 series that are already over. The Hurricanes and the Avalanche sweep their first round opponent. The Stars and Wild knotted it too. That's been a really good series. No love lost there. And what I think is cool is the history dork in me is the Stars used to be in Minnesota, right? The Dallas North Stars. So you get that. I know we've seen it a couple times with those 2 teams getting matched up, but that's been a really good series. I could see that going 7.
The seeding's a little weird this year.
Yeah, they changed that a couple years ago. I don't like it.
No, because like then you're kind of playing like the 2 better teams against each other, and then I don't know. I just think that you're almost playing the better teams against each other too early.
Yeah. Also, in another one, we've got the Golden Knights, who are a 1 seed. They're trailing the Mammoth two games to 1. Utah in only their second year of existence.
So funny you got to say Utah Mammoth. That's
a great nickname.
It doesn't sound right, but yes, it is a good name. Just sounds goofy.
But it is weird that the Golden Knights are struggling.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always say if you just get into the NHL playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not. I mean, you're seeing it as well in
all the major sports. It is the most up in the air playoffs that there is.
Well, and it doesn't help with the seeding, kind of like you said. Like it's kind of confusing.
But I mean,
it's like if you had the old school
in there. I mean, I just think that other than the NFL playoffs are very much in the air because it's only a 1-game series.
Yeah,
but still, I think like in NHL, it's tough because it's just a quick game. Anything can happen.
Big time. Oilers, who are the higher seed, are trailing the Ducks as well, 2 games to 1. That's been a good series. I love that they did, we got Philadelphia and Pittsburgh going against each other. I think that series is over. Philly's up 3-1. I love that you get the 2 Pennsylvania teams squaring off in the first round.
I see, like that honestly shouldn't happen though, because the seeding should be correct.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree.
Right. It's cool because they would have also had the if the Capitals would have gotten in, it would have been the Penguins and Capitals.
Yeah, that'd been a good one too. Lightning and Canadians. Montreal's up 2 games to 1. I just always cheer against the Canada teams. But
speaking of that, I did not know the Maple Leafs were so bad.
They're terrible. They were not as bad as Blackhawks were this year. But the one that's been kind of the most fun to follow, the Sabres are up 3-1, but I didn't realize that the Sabres had gone so long in a playoff drought. I didn't realize it had been yeah, I think 16 or 17 years, and they're playing really good hockey right now.
Ryan Whitney, he got them going. He in the middle of the season said that they weren't going to make the playoffs. They did. It is funny the way he kind of came back at it though, and he's like, people thought I said that at the beginning of the year. I said that in the middle of the season.
Yeah, he made a bold claim.
Yeah, but I did not realize it that long either. Buffalo, it's got to be. It's a tough sports town.
Oh yeah, it's got to be.
They love their sports, but it's just tough.
Yeah, a bunch of lovable losers up there. It's been fun. I've definitely watched more NBA playoffs than NHL, but the games I've tuned in on have been really fun to watch. The Avalanche are a wagon, dude.
Oh yeah.
And Carolina, I can't tell if Carolina's like that superior or if Ottawa just stinks.
Yeah, another Canadian team.
Yeah, so it is fun to see them lose, but I'll definitely be watching more hockey the closer we get to the Stanley Cup.
It's kind of like the Olympics.
Big time. Big time. Well, let's wrap things up. As always, we've got the TCF top 3, and today we've got fried foods. Now, this could be anything: appetizers, entrees, whatever you can think of. Fried foods. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I gave you the first pick, which doesn't.
All right, fair enough.
Fried pickles. Fried pickles are my
very
favorite.
Important question, though. Are you going chips or are you going spears?
Chips.
Good answer. All right, you win this one. That's a good first pick.
Sometimes with like the spears, like you eat it and then like the breading kind of comes off as you're trying to bite in the middle. With a chip, you can just eat the whole thing at once.
Yep, that's a great pick. I'm going to go with the only other pick I think worthy of a first round grade, and that's fried cheese curds.
Oh yeah, that's great pick. Great pick.
Even bad fried cheese curds are still good. That's why I think that
it's tough to like make them bad.
Yes, I'm with you, man. My second round pick. I know you're not going to like this because you have little boy taste buds. Calamari.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't like it, but you have to say it like that.
I just got to give you a hard time. Calamari is phenomenal, and I like the rings. I like the tentacles. I don't care what size or which type of calamari it is. I love calamari.
So I have a question on my next pick. Can I go fried dough nuggets?
Like Are you talking like at the Chinese buffet?
No, I'm talking about like the ones they would have at like pizza places.
Are those fried?
I don't know.
Yeah,
they look fried.
Are you talking about like garlic like dough nuggets at like Rosati's?
Like a puffy dough nugget.
Yeah, I think
they're fried, aren't they? They have to be fried.
Yeah, I think so. I would assume so. So I'm
gonna go with that. I think those are delicious.
All right, that's a good pick.
Let's see here.
Oh, there's one I just came up with that I think is gonna win me this.
This is gonna be a funnel cake.
No, that's a good one. I do like a funnel cake.
Does that work?
Yes, I'll give you that, but I think I've got an even better option. The fried Oreos at the fair.
I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan.
No, stop.
No.
What?
Well, I rarely ever have it either, but no, I'd rather have a funnel cake than that.
No way. I like funnel cakes. I'm picking fried Oreos every single time.
The only thing bad about like a funnel cake is you can kind of get like a soggy funnel cake.
Yeah, you got to eat it quick. What else are we forgetting here? I will say this is
anything.
You really could. I had a fried Uncrustable once. That was one of the greatest things I've ever eaten.
Yeah, like that. I was trying to figure out things that are like commonly fried.
All right, so I'll throw a couple at you. With me and my wife are big appetizer. Like we like to try different places. The one I was going to say, and it's the best version of this, and it's because it was fried. We had one of those giant pretzels as an appetizer at a place in Ottawa that was deep fried, and it is the most disgustingly delicious thing you've ever. It's like got the crispy outside. It's perfect. So I didn't take that, though, because it's very specific and very few places do it. I'll throw some at you and you tell me yes or no, like fried mac and cheese bites.
Yes.
I think that was worthy. If we even went 5 rounds, that would have been my 4th round pick, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Have you had like fried corn fritters, like the fried corn nuggets?
No.
Oh, those are so good. We just had those last night, actually. I had fried clam strips last night. That was not as good as calamari.
Have like fried spinach artichoke dip bites.
Where I've had that like one time, I think. I can't remember where.
Foods.
That might have been it. Yeah, those were really good.
That would be delicious. I just don't see it a lot.
Yep, that's very true. Trying to think all right, the one that most people are going to say, fried chicken. You big fried chicken guy?
I am.
I'm not.
I guess I didn't even think about that. That would have been my 3rd for sure.
I'm just not a big fried chicken eater.
I love it.
There's so many ones that like I've even think like I've seen like fried broccoli cheddar bites. Those are really, really good.
Do they have like fried chicken wings?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'd like that.
Yeah,
I guess that would technically be like a fried chicken, like the wing of a fried chicken. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen it. There's got to be so many other things we're missing here.
Well, yeah, I think we're at the end of like the commonly fried stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Well, let us know whatever you guys like your favorite fried foods, because that's going to be it for episode 278. As always, check us out on X at @typical_Chicago. Head to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give those pages a follow as well. Make sure you check us out on YouTube for all the content in video form. We've got another food review coming out. We just recorded this weekend. I'll get that posted this week. Daily content videos, a lot of sports history stuff I've been doing on TikTok and YouTube. All social, sure you give them a follow there. Wherever you get your podcast, make sure you subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars, all that good stuff. Check me out on X at BoomyTCF, Zach at ZLiliaTCF. Thanks for joining us. As always, we'll do our best to be back next weekend. If not, we'll get back on our regularly scheduled programming as much as we can. But that was episode 278 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.